I understand there's a left and I understand there's a right, and I understand people really disagree, Mr. Cooper, but let me ask you this. You spoke about it this weekend. You come from the center part of the country, and we know the issue of the Second Amendment. It's part of our law. It's part of our Constitution, part of our heritage. We live with it. It can be dangerous, but we prefer rights over control of people's lives. Okay, that given. Why has the gun issue come into this? Why are people toting firearms to these, in a couple of cases, more than a couple of cases now, people are bringing loaded revolvers to these town meetings. One showed up the other day. We had him on the show at a meeting with the president of Portsmouth, New Hampshire. You mentioned it this weekend. Why do people who care about gun rights, which seems to me somewhat separate from this issue, getting involved in the health care debate?
Well, Chris, it's a free country, and under our Constitution, the Second Amendment is just as important as the First Amendment or any other amendment in our Bill of Rights. So that's the way it is, and we need to appreciate it. But why are they bringing it up here in this health care debate? Why are people showing up armed and ready? And I'm serious. It's not funny. It is because one of these times somebody's going to pull one of these guns out. I don't know what their rules of engagement are, but if you bring a loaded gun somewhere, sooner or later somebody's going to use one because they're going to get provoked. And I just wondered what you think the connection is between the Second Amendment, which we accept under the Constitution. It's there. It's a right in the Bill of Rights. Why is that an issue in the health care debate? Well, all I know is there's a lot of emotion right now, and if everyone would just be calm and rational and fair to each other and listen to both sides, we can solve this problem and any other problem. But the key is clear communication. America is the greatest country in the history of the world. We just got to allow our great citizens to talk clearly to each other, and we can do that.
Congressman Gingrey, the same question to you. What's the connection between the Second Amendment and health care? I mean, this happened again today. This isn't something cooked up by us. These are people bringing guns to these public meetings. Why?
Well, Chris, they may have every right to do that. These may be off-duty police officers. They could, well, you don't know, but if they've got a permit to carry, then absolutely they can show that and prove that they have the right.
But why would you bring a gun to where the president was speaking? Why would you bring a gun? Anybody? I know it's a right, but why would you do it? Under what conditions would you choose to use it? You don't bring a gun somewhere you don't intend to ever use it. So why would you bring a gun into a situation like a public meeting? I've never seen this in my life before. People coming armed to public debates about health care.
Chris, it just so happens these very people would take that same weapon anywhere they go, anywhere they're permitted to carry a concealed weapon. They have the right to do that.
They're
I agree with Jim. The rights under the Second Amendment.
Okay. Look, we're looking right now, gentlemen. I have an advantage on you. I'm looking at gentlemen here that have guns on them, on their holsters. They're not concealed. They're basically displaying their weaponry, armed weaponry at these public meetings. I'm just asking, why is it going on? What do you think? You're political experts. What's going on in the country? You first, Congressman Gingrey, then you, Congressman Cooper, and we got to go. Why are people coming armed to public meetings?
Well, Chris, if they have the right to do that, I have no fear of it, and I've had already 5 town hall meetings. I have 6 more planned. I don't plan on wearing a bulletproof vest. In fact, I usually get standing ovations when I come into these meetings, so I have no fear.
Okay, how about this? Would you discourage Americans, regardless of race, color, creed, or political identification, not to come armed to public meetings? Would you discourage them from doing that?
My answer is yes.
No, I would not. Yeah.
Okay, Congressman Cooper says he's a moderate. I guess by today's terminology, a moderate is somebody who says, please don't come armed to public meetings. Mr. Gingrey, your opportunity. You can say what you want. Do you think people should come armed to public meetings to discuss health care or not?
I would think that they should exercise their rights under the Second Amendment.
Okay, thank you very much. You made yourself clear. Congressman Gingrey, good luck, Mr. Cooper.